Hey guys, thanks for joining me on my 6th episode of Flight of Fancy. I'm excited today to bring you guys an interior designer who is killing the game, and her name is Deb. So Deb, thanks for joining us and welcome to Flight of Fancy.
Yes, I'm so excited. I've been thinking about this ever since you asked me about it, so I've been excited. So I'm glad to be here.
Yes, thanks for being a part of this.
Okay.
But Deb, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Deb Ramsey. I am an interior decorator, certified interior decorator. I'm also a certified creativity coach, or some may know it just as a certified professional coach, but my niche is creativity. I love doing arts and crafts as well. But the thing of it is that my biggest thing is just living a life of comfort, where I'm at the stage of my life. I just want to be comfortable. I want to live a life that I can feel good about. I want to come to my home where I can, have peace. So that's kind of like where I'm at as far as my personal thing. And my motto even is live, love, and sleep, because I believe you should live where you love where you live, because that's where you sleep. That's where you have peace. And I keep that in my mind at all times, because that is what I'm trying to give that kind of energy off to people that I come in contact with. But other than that, I'm a native of New Jersey, born and raised in New Jersey by the Jersey Shore. Miss it, love it. Love Maryland because of that entity where you can have blue crabs and, you still can go to the beaches and all. So I love living in Maryland, but I am a native of New Jersey. I came here some years ago and came with the same mindset of being an entrepreneur, and it just never really got out of my system. Mm-hmm. I used to sell gift baskets, and I did so many kind of things.
My mom did that too.
Did your mom do that
Yes.
as well? Yeah, I was big on that in New Jersey, and I had a little community of folks that kind of bought from me, and always was making things for folks. Always making wreaths or some kind of decorative cookie jar or something. I was that go-to person when it was time to, let's create something that we can give away for the holidays. So I have always had the drive to want to be an entrepreneur, and my mom was my biggest inspiration.
Nice.
She was a home decor maker, whatever. She did her thing, and I grew up like that. Mm-hmm. My dad was kind of like the person that he always fixed stuff. You ain't believe in buying anything. So, I kind of was raised that way too, that, I was spray painting trash cans. I found myself spray painting. I'm like, why don't I just go buy a new trash can or buy some new magazine racks? But my parents just believed that, reviving old things, making old things look new again. And, and I just value that now that they're gone. That's something that stays with me, and I'm just blessed to have been able to be exposed to that with my parents, because that came into fold with what I like to do. I never knew I was going to end up really following this kind of career, because life had it for me that I, got into a job with the government, and I spent all my life there. All my youth years, my older years, I did 32 years in the government, and now I'm living that second chapter. Yes. So I'm having a ball. Yeah. I'm having a ball.
It shows. I feel that energy.
Oh, okay. I know. It's like I could talk about it forever, but I am having a ball. So that's kind of like, in a nutshell, that's kind of who I am.
Awesome. So I know you said both your parents kind of inspired you on this creative path. So is that kind of where and how you thought you got started, or like what was that first step?
Well, I started thinking back. I'm like, I used to wallpaper my bedroom, and I was 14.
Okay.
And I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed painting. Mm. And I always liked being creative. Even when my dad would have parties, he always liked to have parties, Christmas parties. I'd like to make a turkey log. I couldn't be like everybody else and just make some. I love making deviled eggs too. But I always wanted to go that next step and find a creative way in doing things. Mm. No matter what it was that I did, even in my own life, I don't like to copy. I'm not a copycatter.
Right.
And I talk a lot about that, on my Instagram page. And I'm not a person that likes to copycat. My drive is to be authentic. Mm. And that's one thing that we talk about at Decorative Blends too, is being affordable, being trustworthy and being authentic. I wanted to be authentic when I do someone's home and I get involved with helping them decorate, I want to know as much about them
Right.
as I can, so that the suggestions I make will embody who they are, and not of J.C. Penney
Right.
or Pottery Barn. Yes, we can look at those things for, templates and ways to design and decorate, but at the end of the day, you want your home to speak who you are. When people hit the front door and they come in, it's like, you know what? That's her.
Yes.
Or that's him. Or that's them.
Right.
This is us. So that's kind of my drive. And it just all started with, like I said, when I was a young girl. And people used to tell me, friends used to tell me, you should try to be an interior decorator because you do this stuff. And it was always about making things look better. So I never thought about it then because I had a good job. And sometimes when you got a good job and you're making money, that you don't think about your dreams. Now with the age that we're at now, and it's so popular now to streams of income, having more than just one income.
Absolutely.
And following your dreams, and that's how I ended up becoming a coach, because I used to hear about these people called life coaches, and they don't give you advice, but they help you realize what you want to do, realize your dreams and your aspirations and your hopes and beliefs and things that you wanted to do. And then I started hearing about vision boards, and it all kind of lined up, and I'm like, I want to know more about that. I want to be one of them. So I went to school and I became a certified coach, and I love it. Got an opportunity to teach some classes at Hartford Community College at night. Don't do it as much now, but I can still do it. I'm still involved, and taught individuals about circle of life, having a well-balanced life, and trying to balance out things so that everything synchronizes, but you still can live a good life. So all of that kind of is what made me want to start doing this, decorating your home and your life.
Right.
So,
and I will say, right now, you guys, we are shooting or recording, I should say, right here in her living room space right now. And if you guys could see this, which I'll post some photos later. But
this is our kind of our
beautiful.
Jersey Shore theme. This is our family room.
So we are living the Jersey Shore life right now here in Maryland. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I know they'll love it as much as I'm loving it right now.
Thanks. Oh, you can stay.
Awesome.
We got like pull out too.
No, I'm here for it. And also, you have my favorite animal, the giraffe. So
oh yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that too.
That's great. That's great.
So I know you were talking about going into being a life coach and everything that kind of led you to where you are now. So what's one thing you've learned from interacting with other people or helping them find their vision for success?
As I realized that I wanted to, I started off really as a blogger.
Okay.
I was doing decorating, but I went into blogging. My husband inspired me to be a blogger.
Nice.
Back in 2014, after I retired in 2012, and he was like, you should blog, and I was like, I really don't want to be bothered with that. I'm not computer tech like that, but I started doing it and I learned to love it. And I had a blog site called loft101.net.
Okay.
I stood up that blog site, didn't get a lot of hits on it, really wasn't looking for a lot of hits. It was a way for me to put my own personal feelings and things that I like to do, all things that I like to do, on a site that I could share with other people.
Right.
And I found that, from doing that, I wanted to have my own business. I always wanted to go back to that, wanting to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And the one thing I have realized with that desire, your desire to become an entrepreneur, a business owner, or just a leader in any aspect, you need help. You can't do it by yourself.
True.
And as much as I like to talk and as much as I like to communicate and run my mouth, it's hard for me to approach and ask for help, because I'm so used to doing things on my own. Although, I'm married, and I'm a grandmother and a mother as well, I don't have problems with being by myself. I get a lot of things done. And I like having moments where I can, just do that mindset, and I can just do things and think about things I want to do, which I think is good for everybody, having that space, that's yours sometimes. But I realized in this space here, in order for me to grow, I needed to have help.
Yes.
So I prayed on it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance here. I have come in contact with a lot of people throughout my life, but there were 9 special people that came on board and said, guess what, I believe in you. There's a lot of special people in my life, not just them. I had other people that I wanted to, but because of life things going on, everybody can't be with you when you're ready to roll like that.
Absolutely. Sometimes,
you got to roll solo.
Yes.
And you can just hope that God brings other people in your life that will be able to give that time. So I approached, some friends of mine, quite a few of them, and now I have 9 women that have said, guess what, I believe in you. I'm going to follow this journey with you. I'm going to take this ride with you, ride or die. Right. We're going to do it, And I appreciate it. And they all have different backgrounds, but they're all professional. They're all, wonderful women. They got it going on in their own, life. And it obviously was something that attracted me to them. That's why I asked them to come on board. Some of them are friends that I've had for many, many years. Some of them are people that I did work with that called me to maybe speak at a particular event back in the day. Another young lady, I have a couple millennials like yourself, and I'm big on that because I am of the older level right now. So I look for millennials to give me ideas and stuff to do, but I have a couple young women that they got it going on too. I met them working at a job. And I, just having conversation and them sharing their dreams of what they wanted to do. But the idea is that, you have to ask for help.
Yes.
And I find that you'll be very surprised when you do who might say yes.
Tell you, because with my softball team and all my softball business that I have going on, one mom has truly been a rock for me with a lot of different things. So I definitely appreciate her. So it definitely, helps to have extra hands in the pot because you see your vision, so you know what you want and how you want to work it.
Right.
But it's nothing like having some hands to eliminate some of that stress so you can focus on your main thing while they're helping you still build, but they can kind of help out and take care of some of the smaller
even
things.
just somebody just calling you, inspiring you.
Yes.
Even if you don't have anything going on, just to say, hey, Deb, what's up? Or I saw what you posted. That looks good. Even, like when I post Instagram, a lot of them repost.
Yes.
Or they like, just to get a like. That's like, if you're on Instagram and you are,
right,
you're so glad to get a like.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, somebody like that little thing I like to doodle. Because I do like to doodle, too. I didn't mention that. I do like to doodle. I'm not an artist, but I do like to do a little bit of, drawing, It's kind of, my little fun thing, my little whimsical side of me. But, when you get when you get likes on that stuff, you get excited. It's like, okay, somebody actually likes this stuff like I do.
Because it also goes back to what you said earlier about being authentic. People can tell if you're being truthful or whatever you're trying to accomplish. And I know you always say, like, some of your doodles look like, 5th grade, but I love them. I think it's cute, So, I mean, like you said, that's true to you. That's true to what you're trying to put out there. And, people will see that and they'll definitely feel that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because I never know what I'm going to doodle.
Right.
And I've actually put a lot of those on 8x10.
Okay.
Canvas prints.
Yes.
So we'll see who likes them.
Yeah.
And we'll find them in some children's rooms.
Yeah.
But if not, hey, we'll find them in our adult rooms too. Right. We all have a little bit of kid in us,
For
right?
sure, right?
So, hey, it's Decorative Blends.
Yes, Decorative Blends, you guys. So how did you come up with that name for your interior design?
That was tough. I actually had a coach that I had. She was awesome too. And shout out to Sharon. She worked with me. I had a struggle trying to find my brand, find out what my brand was. And we just worked through it and worked through it and worked through it. And that was the very last thing that I came up with was the name. And I was so glad when I got to that because it was like a struggle. But I was like, oh, we get to the fun part now. So I just kept playing with names and I kept playing with 2 words and 3 words. And I was like, really, it's decorating, but it's blends. I like to do a blend of everything. I like to accessorize. I like to, pick out styles and themes and colors and, this big thing now going on with the farmhouse look, farmhouse contemporary, so I found that I like so many things. When it came to decorating, I was like, I'm just safe with Decorative Blends, because that way I can show all those sides of me that I like to do, and then I just started thinking about really like even decorating your life. You can, your home is your sanctuary.
Yes.
You're right. Your body is your temple. So, they both need to be in harmony. So, decorate both of them, and decorate your life. To me, in the aspect is just living that life that brings you joy, brings you happiness as much as you can, and trying to set that surrounding around you that brings that kind of fulfillment to you.
Absolutely.
So
I like
that's
that.
it.
Yeah. Now let's kind of talk about, what you said about the process and finding your brand and all that. So what steps did you take?
My husband had invited me to go to a conference, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. And it was a conference about brand, having your brand, and really about being a motivational speaker. It talked a little about being an author. So it really was a good opportunity if you wanted to be an entrepreneur and learn how you could build a brand that would actually be able to become a business.
Okay.
Because they tell you, first thing, if you don't know your brand, then you can't have a business.
Absolutely.
And you think a lot of times, I thought I knew my brand. I thought I liked arts and crafts, which I do. But what is my brand? What is really your brand? And that was what we went over. Like, what do you really do? You do all this stuff, but what do you really do? And I like to decorate. I found that I like to decorate. So that was the first thing to me. I went to a conference and just became a student and listened to people talk about it, professionals that are already doing it. What is your brand? What do you, how do you see yourself as far as promoting this brand? Do you see yourself promoting a service? Do you see yourself promoting a product? So all those things were talked about. So I found that very helpful.
Yes.
I still came home and didn't know my brand though.
Okay.
That's what was sad. But I met a lot of people, and it was an opportunity to network too.
Yes.
So I met someone there, and she coached me for 6 months. And like I said, she helped me learn my brand. And, we went back and forth. Like I said, a lot of times it was tough. She was awesome, but she helped me learn my brand. Her name was Sharon Washington, and she's a marketeer. They call it a market whisperer. She's excellent. So she helped me develop my brand, and once I finished with developing my brand, I pretty much just said, okay, what do I need to do next? And I know I needed to get on social media. Social media is everything right now. It just is. You just can't get around it if you want to be if you want to get yourself out there.
Absolutely.
So I found that I needed to become a little bit more smart on social media. I'm not even on Facebook now.
Oh, okay.
And that's so sad. I know, and I keep getting badgered about it. But
sorry.
I wasn't on Facebook. I was on Twitter.
Today.
Huh?
We'll create it today.
I was on Twitter. But I learned, learned about Instagram, and how I could be a little bit more, creative on Instagram, because Instagram is about pictures.
Right.
So I was like, wow, okay, this is good for me. And what happened was, I started thinking about just like, what could I really go on there, and how could I promote myself as a decorator, because I also like to create things. So I started creating wreaths for doors. Even though I can make a lot of different things, I found myself being drawn to making different wreaths.
Yes.
And these things I created called swag sticks.
Oh, cute.
And they were like, using organic bamboo sticks and adding floral to it. And then I saw, I could see millennials not taking away from the tradition of jumping over the broom, but maybe jumping over my swag stick.
Okay.
With something a little bit updated.
Right.
So I saw these in visions. And what happened was I said, you know what, I just started making wreaths. And I just made all these different wreaths. And after I made the wreaths, I actually posted them on Instagram. And I started getting hits. So after I started getting hits, like, people liked it, I was like, wow, this is kind of nice. Maybe I could go sell these, like, at, get a vending table or something. So first, I would say, go somewhere where you can learn.
Yes.
Right? Then hire, if you have to, hire a professional. I'm a professional now. I talk about that a lot.
Yes.
Sometimes you just got to hire a professional. It's just no way around it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. They're an expert in that, right? And then the next thing is you start honing in on your brand and really start trying to see how you can make it, a little bit more not perfect, but embellish it a little bit more so that it looks, start speaking to who you are.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did. And I came up with swag sticks and reefs. Then I started making shadow boxes with monograms. I was painting them. And then I started finding my creative side. I started doodling, changing the pictures, found that I could put this doodling arts into 8x10s, wall art. And that's what happened. And I just started really getting on social media. And I found out I liked it.
Right.
And then after I found out I liked it, I was like, you know what? I think I can do my business. Because even on Instagram is more on a world base. It gave me that, the more likes and hits I was getting, I started getting that kind of energy that kind of made me want to keep pursuing this thing, So, and that's what I started doing. And then I really started getting into the professional part of it and learning more, going to Barnes & Noble, reading more about how I could turn my brand into a business.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of how it started.
That's awesome.
Then I started bringing in what I knew. I've been a trainer by trade. I'd always did training as an employee when I worked. I did platform training and trained classes. And I used to do the workshops at Harvard. And I was like, I could do these workshops too and show people how they can align with decorating your home.
Yes.
So, the wellness type workshops, and I got some that I'll talk about later that I've actually created.
Well, it's a lot of things that you're talking about right now. I'm just kind of smiling because my mom was a crafty type person, in our home, because Virginia, that's where I'm originally from.
Okay.
But, above our garage, there were 2 rooms that we had built. One side was for my mom, the other side was for my dad. And so up there, my mom had her little work area.
Yes.
So she would do wreaths. She would make like sweatshirts,
yes,
because we had this big craft fair from my elementary school.
Wow.
And it was called the Jingle Bell Bazaar.
Ooh, that sounds like something I'd like to go to.
Yeah. So
Jingle
it's
Bell Bazaar.
in December.
Very nice.
Hence the name, right?
Okay.
But all these different, vendors.
Sure.
And then crafters would come through. And so I know she would do those. She would make baskets. And then for Christmas, it's like this cool little block. I always call it the Coca-Cola ice. I don't know the correct term for it.
Okay. All right.
But it was like a block, and then she would put the lights in there.
Yes.
And then she had it tied with like a nice decorative bow.
Wow.
And then you could just plug it in. So I would always
Very
use it
nice.
as like a night light kind of,
Yes.
or like
yes.
the light when you come back from being
Yes.
out or whatever the case may be. So
I would love that.
Like
I like with your mom. Yeah, I love doing stuff like
Yes.
that. I love
Yes.
that. Those are some of the best gifts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of the best gifts are handmade gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually on Etsy.
Yes.
So
Etsy. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the Etsy because even though I do. That's why I said decorative blends.
She's
because,
everywhere, you guys.
Yeah, because that still keeps me current with what I really love.
Yes.
And I like work with my hands and I like making creative stuff. So I've got some stuff on Etsy. You can check it out. Everybody check it out. So I've got reefs on there.
Okay.
I crochet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I like to crochet too. So I've got some coverlet crochet blankets on there. I've got shadow boxes with monogram letters.
Okay.
I've got these shadow boxes I made up called Eternal Life, which are like reefs that are made out of different rocks, mineral rocks, that I've put into the shadow boxes. I got other types of shadow boxes too. They say joy, family. I've got my swag sticks on there.
Cool.
I do these other things called clip-on test tubes, and they're like these little test tubes. It looks just like a test tube when you get blood.
Okay.
That's the only way I can describe it. And inside it's like like a affirmation, like a nice quote.
Oh, cool.
It might say perseverance, victory, joy,
That's nice.
Believe. Yeah. So I do those.
So only she can make a test tube gorgeous, you guys.
Yeah, it's on a clip. It's on a clip. You can clip it up too. So I got a variety of different things on there that I sell. It's a process.
Absolutely.
It's a process.
The beginning stages is always the most trying, but sometimes the most fun.
Yes. Yes.
Because after you get to a certain point, then you kind of look back on what you're doing. And it's
Yes.
like, man, I came from here and now here's
yes.
where I am. So
Yes.
the journey is definitely a journey for sure.
Yeah. And I'm also in relationship with a company called Holograma, and with that emphasis is when I do decorative, like for pantries, like organizing pantries.
Okay.
Yeah, and showing people how the best of your kitchen, how you can use your kitchen. So I have always loved this company because I love their product. Mm-hmm. Their foods are good. The food is all Gullah type food, like she crab soup, jambalaya. They have something which is their number one seller, hogwalla, barbecue sauce, chicken teriyaki sauce, a wing and a prayer. That's their hot sauce. So I have a relationship with them, and I sell their products also from Maryland because geographically you can't find a product everywhere. You have to be, one of the people. They don't like the competition against different vendors. So I'm the Maryland rep.
Cool.
So I do sell that too. So it's an awesome product. So their actual brand is very creative.
Yeah.
And it works well with my whimsical creativity. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Great partnership, huh?
Yes. So I love it.
Yes. So I know, earlier you were talking about your inspirations and everything like that, but are there any books, magazines, or podcasts or things that you're into right now, either reading or getting some visual inspiration from?
Oh, I'm not a big reader.
Okay.
I used to be years ago, but I'm not a big reader. But I love magazines. I collect them. HGTV, Food Network.
No, HGTV. So you know about that whole dream house.
Yeah.
Do you ever
try to enter this? Yeah. Twice a day you can, and yes, I do.
Right?
Yes,
I know.
I do.
My sister and I, we try to do that. We're like, dang, we didn't win again.
I'm like, oh man, I wanted that car.
Yes. Because some of them have amazing perks.
Yes.
Yeah, there was one that did have a car that came with the house, and
the money.
Yes.
And I started thinking, what would I really do if I won, though?
I know, right?
I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I would do.
I guess you could decorate it and have it as a rental property.
Yes. Hello. Or we could move there and rent this out.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so I do HGTV. I I like all of the HGTV episodes that come on, most of them. I like them. Because I just like decorating. I like getting ideas. I'm inspired.
Do you have a favorite show? I guess we can go there, a favorite decorating show or couples.
I'm really into Joanna Gaines right now.
Okay.
I'm liking her and her husbandship.
Yep.
Because I like that farmhouse because they're living that comfortable lifestyle, but it's beautiful.
Right.
And I really am into that right now. And I don't have a favorite magazine. I buy all of them. Country Living.
Okay.
Better Homes and Gardens, and I'm always getting inspired by something on Better Homes and Gardens. I do a lot of that on my Instagram. I'm inspired by this Better Homes and Gardens image.
Right.
And this is going to be how my bedroom's going to look.
Right.
I just did something about my bedroom.
Nice.
That's my next project. I'm going to work on my master bedroom.
Nice.
But and I like the cooking stuff too. So I like Food Network.
Yeah.
But my husband's actually writing a book.
Yes.
Now, so I will be reading.
Yeah,
I will be reading. I will because I'm going to read my husband's book.
Same. Yeah.
So I have to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will be reading.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely get into that book on another episode.
Oh, I know.
For sure.
I know. I've heard. A little bird told me.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah. So I'm not going to spill the beans. He'll spill his own beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know we went into some of the struggles, like when you were talking about your brand and stuff like that, but again, I guess it'll be kind of a two-part question.
Sure.
But what advice do you have for someone who's either just starting out or who's already started the process? And then kind of what successes and struggles have you come in contact with since starting Decorative Blends and being on Etsy and anything else that you have your hands on right now?
Yeah, I would really, the biggest thing to me is networking. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to always be networking on a level that we see networking as. Just communicating, sharing your dream with other people.
Yeah.
I posted this not too long ago that it was just last week, a letter from Decorative Blends. And I can't think of a better way to answer this question to you, but to share the letter with you.
Yes.
So we said, there's always an angle to get to the next step. Start by communicating with others that are ambitious like you. Don't be afraid to share your story and your dreams with other people. You might be the person they were waiting for, and they might be the person you were looking for to help you both get to that next level. So don't give up. Network to become a part of a circle of people that inspire you to keep you going. there's always an angle. Always. So keep grinding. And I said
like
that
letter.
yeah, I said that because that's how I live my life. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a person that says, you know, people say, oh, you're like kind of introverted, you don't talk to a lot of people. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with, you know, your vision for yourself, your dreams that you have for yourself, and believing in yourself.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I would recommend just, you know, we talk.
Right.
You know, and we met as neighbors.
Yes.
Right? We met as neighbors. We met as neighbors. And we would see each other going in each other's house, in our own house with the key. You know, turning up like, oh, hey, you have a good day? All right, good night.
Right.
You know, but, you know, you never know where it's going to take you. And we're sitting down now as a testimony to that just saying hello and good night and goodbye and how you doing and where you going and it's hot today.
Right.
It turned into a relationship.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And I can call you a friend. So I'm saying that I think that's a good start. Allowing yourself, coming out of your comfort zone and saying, you know what? I'm going to meet some other people. I'm going to try to you'll be surprised.
Yes.
You know, and really it's enlightening. It's fun.
It is.
Because it's like different. It's like, okay, I got some different conversation going on instead of the same old stuff I had going on.
Right. Absolutely.
You know?
I know, because my tagline a little bit for, you know, my Flight of Fancy is just bet on yourself.
Oh, I love it.
Because, you know, you got to take that first leap, but nobody is going to believe in your brand more than you should, right?
That's right.
So if you're not really out there promoting yourself or promoting your brand, why would anybody else want to invest their time, money, any type of energy into it?
Yes.
So I feel like you definitely have to be a believer of what you have and your talents and your gifts.
Yes.
And just take the leap. Just bet on yourself and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know?
And at the same time too, it's not just about you. You can help somebody else.
Absolutely.
That's the way the life is right now. That's the world we're living in. We have to help each other.
Yes.
You know, yes, you need support. I need support. I came out the gate saying, look, I need support.
Yes.
To these 9 women that came on board that said, guess what? But at the same time, I said, I'm here for you too. And if I hadn't said it to them, I'm saying it today publicly.
Right.
You know, I've said that. I'm here for them as well. If they're chasing their dreams, some of them want to be entrepreneurs.
Yes.
They have interests as well, but maybe I can help with that. You know, I'm not, I'm following my dream.
Right.
But, you know, it's almost, you know, who gets to the finish line, you know, each one reach one. You know, so, you know, you help somebody else. And that's what I believe in.
Absolutely.
You know, I want to be able to help other people. Yeah, I want support, but I want to be able to support other people and what they want to do too. Absolutely. That's why I'm always asking people, what are you trying to do?
What do you want to
What
do?
can I do?
Absolutely.
Like I asked you, I said, what are you trying to do? Would you want me to put something on my page?
Yeah.
You know, to talk about you, because not that I'm anybody or I'm big, it's just that every little bit helps.
For sure.
So that's what I would say to try to. Did I answer the question?
Absolutely.
The whole question and both questions? I'm not sure. What was the other part? I got caught up in myself.
No, you're good. And I'm just like taking it all in, listening. But any struggles or successes that you've come into play since creating Decorative Blends and having your Etsy page?
The only struggle I can say that I've been having is just trying to do everything. It's hard. You know, it's really hard. Sometimes I get so exhausted and I'm so tired because I work a job. I actually, you know, I'm retired, but I'm a retired worker. I still work, you know, so I'm not totally retired. I have a day job like a lot of other people do. And, you know, I'm up early in the morning. I'm putting a post up. Or I'm up late at night trying to make a connection, trying to, you know, because in the field that I'm in, and like everybody else, I've got to get leads.
Yes.
You know, in order to get business. So, you know, I'm trying to make connections with, you know, whether it be with media, with trying to talk to magazines, to try to get my name out there. It takes money, you know, and that thing, you know, you may have money, you know, allotted for your bills and things like that, but now it's like, wow, I really want to do that.
Yeah.
I really want to get that photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I can't get that photo shoot out of my head, you know, so... That's a fun experience, having a photo shoot.
Yeah.
My husband inspired me to get a photo shoot, and it's a lot of fun. So I would recommend anyone, if you're, you know, looking to be in the business, have a business, get a photo shoot. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It really makes you feel like, wow, I'm on my way somewhere.
Right,
you know?
right.
So you start looking at those pictures like, oh my God, I look good.
Yes.
So But I'm saying those are the struggles sometimes you deal with, trying to make decisions. Like, do I really want to invest that kind of money? And that's is this baby. Really going anywhere?
Yeah.
Not so much how long is it going to take, but just the start of it is, am I even going in the right direction? So I struggle with that a lot, but you just got to believe. You got to have faith. Yes. God first in my life, and I'm a believer. Go to New Psalmist Baptist Church. Nice. Love my church, love my pastor. So he inspires us. Our bishop inspires us every Sunday to follow our dreams and, just keep believing. So that helps when that's poured into you too. So I would say those struggles that you deal with, try to find some way where you can find peace in them and just keep going.
Yes.
God's going to make a way for you,
Absolutely. So I know, you have a busy life. Like you say, you work, you're a retired worker. You have your side business. So what are some things you like to do to relax or kind of reset your mind when sometimes you might feel, man, I've been grinding hard. So
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you like to do for
I love to go to Florida. I love Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to live there necessarily. But that's kind of been me and my husband's what's the right word?
Outlet.
Yeah. Thank you. I was an outlet. I knew it was out something. Our outlet for the last few years. We have a grandbaby that's 2 years old. So building that relationship with him, building a stronger relationship with our daughter, as time has changed and all of us have gotten older and come into our own. She's a mother now. Things are different for her.
Right.
So she's, things are different than for us, and getting close to our grandbaby and just going away.
Right.
That seems to do something for us. When we go away, everybody probably likes going away.
Yeah.
But when I know I'm going to Florida, and I've actually posted from Florida too, my last trip.
And
I haven't done my blog. I said I was going to put these pictures up, this big blog about our vacation. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to get that up too, about how we went unplugged for the holiday. For our anniversary.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So, I love to go away. I like to go to Barnes & Noble, too, on a local thing.
Okay.
I like to just go to Barnes & Noble and relax. And they took our Starbucks from our Barnes & Noble here. Yeah. But we got a nice Starbucks.
Well, now we have one
over
about like 10 minutes from here now.
Yes. So I guess that's a trade-off.
Great. Now
that's a trade-off.
Spending all my money there.
Yeah. But I like to go to Barnes & Noble, too, and just relax and just sit and read some magazines and get some ideas. Sometimes I'm inspired when I go there to write a post. I'll see something and I was like, I want to write a post about that.
Right.
Or something I might want to try to draw.
Yes.
Something real easy that's just not too much difficulty. I'll just try to doodle. But that's some of the things I like to do. And now that I have these other women that are on my team, I like talking to them. I like seeing what they're doing in their life. Most times when I write them and talk to them, it's about business, of course, but trying to keep them, ramped up too, like kind of, excited about what I want to do and hoping that they'll still be on board for it too.
Right.
That takes work too, because when you don't do something constantly, it kind of dies.
Yeah. So,
I'm just trying to build this circle with these women that I can be close with and, hopefully I can be helpful to them. They can help me and we can do some exciting things.
Absolutely.
Even like go exciting places, whatever they're doing with their businesses, or if they don't want to have a business, whatever we do with Decorative Blends. So I like spending time with my husband too. Yeah. I enjoy that. We do a lot of things together. We like to go out and eat. Yeah, we eat a lot. We do like to eat. So that's fun. Yeah, my family in New Jersey as well too. Yeah, we have family in New Jersey, so we try to see our family too.
Nice.
New Jersey, yeah.
Cool. Well, I know you have a lot of good things going on right now, but what's to come in your journey with your current businesses that you're working on right now?
In the next few weeks, I'll be putting something out with the magazine that I've connected with. I'm in association with.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I guess from there, trying to really put some workshops out there that can help people grow. Maybe get some more contracts with some relationships with, builders and realtors.
And you have some upcoming events.
Contractors.
Right?
Yeah, I have some upcoming events. Yeah. We have an event coming up on September 14th. Decorative Blends meets the community. It's a free networking event. It's going to be at the Fox Hollow Cafe in Havre de Grace.
Yes.
Come through. It's open house from 2 to 5.
Awesome.
So you don't have to stay. You don't have to be there at 2 o'clock and, a certain time. Just come through. Drop your business card off. We're going to be doing some giveaways also. And right now on our site, if you RSVP, that you are going to come, we're taking the first 30 people. We're giving a special gift. Awesome. You are going to love it.
Make
from
sure
Decorative Blends. It's a nice little gift from us that we're giving 30 of them out.
Nice.
To the first 30 people that RSVP that say they're coming, and that's just a little kind of like a little gee whiz thing we want to do. We're going to also do another giveaway if you have your business card. But we have that coming up September 14th. We're looking for that to be, kind of laying the groundwork and getting to connect with some individuals and also companies and organizations in the area. And then October, I believe we're looking at the first week in October, we're going to be collaborating with the local AKA Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, women of that sorority for a breast cancer awareness event that they're having. They've asked us to come and be the speaker. So we're going to be presenting a workshop called Ask Me About BYOKOB. And BYOKOB is Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. So Ask Me About Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. It's going to be a Project Runway. If you've ever seen Project Runway on TV, that's all I'm going to say. We're not going to spill all the beans, but we're going to have a nice event like that for the ladies in the house. So we're hoping that you come out. Again, that's another free event. You can check back at decorativeblends.com. And then in November, we're having another workshop called the Winning Wall Workshop, Decorative Blends Winning Wall. And it's building a vision board with a purpose. And the whole idea of us having that is to get folks to commit to a true vision board and true goals, life goals that you want to make that you can move into 2020 with, and we're going to even be connecting people so that they have accountability partners. Someone that can check on you and you can check on them and say, how you doing with your vision board? Don't forget January, remember, no fake resolutions. You have your vision board. You have your vision board. You said you're going to commit to this. And the nice thing about vision board, you can give it that 3 to 5 year. You don't have to rush and do it. I have one that it was 3 to 5 years. I have one thing left to do on it, and that's attending the Essence Festival. I didn't get there this year, so I still got to do it next year. But that's the whole idea of having a vision board, keeping you focused, and it's a visualization tool that just helps helps you stay committed to yourself.
Absolutely.
So those are the 3 events we're looking to do, but all of that can be found on our events page. And then next year you can travel to Tampa with us, and we're doing a Coastal Pantry Party, y'all.
Wow. Hey.
Coastal Pantry Party. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
We're going to host that in Tampa, Florida next spring. So put that on your calendar.
Yeah.
Spring break with Decorative Blends.
Absolutely.
Yep, Coastal Pantry Party. We're looking to give back to the to the food bank.
Oh, nice.
In Florida, a give back. So we always want to try to give back, but we're just not there yet. We're laying groundwork and we're getting there.
Awesome.
And trying to get folks
some really good work, though.
find out more about us. Yeah, hey, your work is awesome too. This is great.
It.
I'm so proud of you. This is awesome.
Thank you.
This is and I love the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just continue to, support each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, tell everyone where we can find you, whether it's your website, social media. Where can people connect with you and get in contact with you?
Okay, well, you can connect with us, at decorativeblends.com. That is the website. You'll, read all about us and what we offer, why we stick to our live, love, and sleep, what that means to us, and what it means for us to say that we're affordable, we're trustworthy, and we're authentic. Those are the 3 things. You can read about that. And you can always send us a quick note. We have a phone number that you can call us. Someone will answer. It's 410-205-2964. That is the number for Decorative Blends. We also can be found on Instagram, Decorative Blends, or you can go under my name, Deb Ramsey. It is DEB, not Deborah. I love my name, but, just had to make it short for IG.
Right.
So it's under Deb Ramsey or Decorative Blends. You can find out about us on there. If you want to purchase anything, go on Etsy. You can purchase. We're always running. Right now, we're running 30% off of everything.
Okay.
Because we're trying to put a new product for the next season.
Okay.
So if you just favored our shop at Etsy, you'll get 30% off anything in your cart. And that website is www.etsy.com /shop/Decorative Blends. And so we've got a lot of resources. We'll follow
Twitter
that.
too. Do you have Twitter?
We have a Twitter account also. Just put in Decorative Blends.
Okay.
Find us on that.
Right.
I'm on LinkedIn too, so I'm on most of the social media, but I'm not on Facebook. I said
We're
that
gonna
earlier.
change that. We are going to change that.
I'm struggling with the Facebook. It's like, oh my God, another thing I got to try to remember
Right,
now.
keep up with.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm like.
But the good thing is with Instagram, I think it'll link to your Facebook.
It does. Yeah, I've heard that.
It'll be a one-stop shop, kind of.
Yes. So I know, and even some folks on the team, the girls, they like, you need to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm like, yeah, I really do. Mm-hmm. And just trying to advertise.
Well, Deb, I want to thank you for joining me on Flight of Fancy today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it was such a blast. But again, don't worry, you guys, if you didn't catch it the first time, I will have all her information in the description of this episode, so you will not have to look any further for that. But again, Deb, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
And having Decorative Blends.
Yes. Well, guys, isn't Deb amazing? I just want to thank you guys for listening to our episode, and I hope that got you guys inspired and motivated. But until next time, keep creating. Bye.